Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today's video I'm going to be showing what I made for a collab that I'm doing. It's called Having Fun Making Jewelry and it's hosted by Houck's Crafty Cottage, and we upload our videos every month on the 18th. And I do not have my little paper with me. It's in my craft room, and I almost forgot that I needed to do this video, that it's got to be up tomorrow. So I am just going to go over the details of what we had to do this month. Each month there is, before I get into it, please check out the description below, and everyone's links will be in the description, everyone that's participating, so you can go and see what gorgeous jewelry creations, or what beaded, I should say, because it doesn't always have to be jewelry, and what beautiful beaded creations that everyone has come up with this month. Each month we are given we have a list of a particular collar theme, and then there's two options that we can do each month as well. The collar scheme for March was to use pastel colors. Option one was that we could do like a set, like earrings and a necklace, earrings and bracelet, like a bracelet and earrings and so forth. Option two was to do something, was to use like a Easter themed item, like charms, or something that's religious, or I think on the paper it also said you could do like Earth Day collars. But I went with pastels, of course, because that was a color scheme. But for my extra option, I will get into that here. And I used for my projects just some plain old head pins. These are 2" in silver. These are the nickel-free ones that I like to get from Hobby Lobby. I always get them whenever jewelry shop is half price. So you can get 2 packages for $2.99 instead of just one. And then I didn't have any pastels. I was going through my stash, and I could have sworn I had at least a few different pastel strands, and I could not find anything. So when Hobby Lobby a couple weeks ago had the strung beads, which are by, let me pull this up here, the Color Gallery, and I just grabbed a few strands that I thought were pretty. These aren't exactly pastel, but I did find these that I love. And they have like the real light pink and green and yellow and blue, so I thought that was super pretty. And they did kind of go along with those beads as well. And then I found these, and these are called, they say they're glass, and they're not very big at all. I love the size of these, and they're just gorgeous with that little bit of shimmer on them. And I didn't use any of these, but I thought they would go well with the larger, these beads right here. And then I picked up this one strand just because I happen to really love the color of these beads. They're sort of I call it like a muted pastel. It's sort of a lime green, and there's purple and blue, and it almost looks as if they've been kind of painted over, kind of like what you call those blackout windows. It's like it's a pastel bead with like a little bit of a coating on it that kind of darkens them a little. I love the look of these, and I'm trying to get to where it shows what that is. It says it's glass, but I just like the color of these. And it came with 3 strands on this one particular package for $4.99. There was a lot of beads in this. You got the real small size, and then there's like a medium and then a larger size. And that as well, I thought would go with that. But I ended up, like I said, I did not use these like tube beads. And also I have these are 2 that I did not use, little rabbit beads from Joann's that come on a strand. And I'll show what I did with those here in a second. My very first project that I made was a jewelry set, and I just did this bracelet. I used a little bit of a pattern, not necessarily in collars. About the only thing I did with the collar was try to make sure that there weren't any of the same exact color side by side. Like here I did do that, but whatever. I think it still looks pretty. And I just put a few bead caps on the largest size bead. And I just did large, medium, small, medium, large, medium, small, back and forth. I did use 5 of the large beads all together, all the way around. And it actually fits me perfect because I like my bracelets to fit snug. And let me hold this while I try to pull this off my wrist now. Okay, I'm going to be stuck with the bracelet on. But I used pretty much, I think this was the last of my 1mm sized elastic cording that I like to use. I did have some 7mm, but I prefer the 1mm because it's more secure. I feel it's really thick and sturdy, and I just feel it holds up better. But the 7mm works just as fine, and I even have 5mm, which I rarely use unless I have really tiny holes in my beads that the 1mm won't fit through. But I love the size, like the feel of this. There's Missy. I just like there's like a texture on these beads, which I really love. And I love the color pattern. And for my set, option 2 on the list that we had to go by, I did just make these cute, fun little earrings right here. Just went with the green and purple beads because those are my favorite 2 colors together. So that's one thing that I made. And then for another thing, because those were not exactly pastel, like I said, they look more like a darker pastel, I went ahead and made this cute little bracelet. This is made with the 7mm elastic cord, and I just used the little tiny beads there with the these green and sort of, they had little splotches of color on them. Oops. I just thought that turned out really pretty, and it fits me perfect as well because I love the small beads, or the small bracelets. I don't like bracelets that flop around on my wrist. And then for a little extra, because I've been running out of stitch marker, not stitch markers, well, yeah, crochet stitch markers. I've been doing starting a lot more crochet projects. I need to actually be finishing what I'm starting. I have a real bad habit of loving everything and wanting to start it all, and then I get bored and I go and start something else, and then I get bored. And usually what happens is I end up forgetting where the pattern is, because some of them I have on my tablet, some I just pull up on Pinterest, and I don't actually have printed out. I try to print them out if at all possible and put it with the project. That doesn't always happen. So trying to not get carried away with too many crochet projects. But I made these cute, adorable little Easter bunny, or just little bunny stitch markers. Let me turn it around here. And here is a yellow one. I just took a yellow bead and a daisy spacer on the top and bottom. And I just used these little earring earring things. And all they do is, if I can do this one hand, they just open up. Okay, this is not one shut very good. They just open up like that. You just pull it down, and then it just pops back up, and you just loop that through. Like when you take your crochet hook out of your project, if you're wanting to stop working on it for a while, you just loop this through your last stitch, and it keeps it from coming unraveled for all you non-crocheters out there. And here is a little pink bunny. I love the little pink one. It's so cute. The only thing I didn't like about these bunnies is that their heads, they slope down. So as you can see, the daisy spacer, and I couldn't get like the beads on top to really sit flat. So it made it kind of loose. I couldn't get this as tight as I wanted it, but it's still okay for doing what I wanted it to do. And then here is a little blue one. He's so cute. Unfortunately, there was no purple bunny in here, but I still have these 2 red ones, and I'm going to probably make a fun pair of earrings out of these. I just didn't get around to it, and plus they're not pastel, so I just didn't do that this month. But there are the projects, and if I can get my, let me see, hold that on my shirt for a second, get my bracelet off. There are my projects. I made this bracelet. And I did use the gold findings on that. I didn't show that, but there's the gold, sort of antique gold bead caps that I used on that. And so there's this bracelet, and I absolutely love that bracelet. And there's earrings. And so that is my set for option 2. And then this is option 1, I guess, because it is more pastel than that actually is. And then option 3, I used Easter themed charms, beads, whatever. Made these adorable little stitch markers for my crochet. So thank you so much everyone for stopping by my channel this time and checking out what I made for my jewelry collab. And to go check out everyone else in the description below. I'm not sure exactly how many is in it. There's a nice little number though. So go see what they have made this time around. And please like and subscribe and follow all of their channels as well. And you can see what they make, you know, besides the jewelry collabs. You can see what other videos they put up. Thank you so much, and I hope you all have a great day. I'll talk to you later. Bye.